We're gonna do a Kira Lowtone like video, talking about the nature of why we don't really get along, like men and men. Men don't get along with each other, but for some reason men do get along with females much more easier now. Over time, we start to mature. Women that were after men in their 40s when they were younger start to be after men in their age, and it's because we're in a new age where things are different. But what I'm getting at is that we kind of need to overpopulate the world now, not underpopulate it. We need to have more kids. We need to have more families. Uh, it's just gonna happen, and it has to happen. Um, I know it sounds stressful, but Matt Cross, for example, in 33 Secrets says that you shouldn't like try to have like a wife. You should just have multiple girlfriends. But I think like yeah, that's all right. But like if you want, you can have as many kids as you want. I want 100 kids, 1,000 kids. It'll be cool. But what are we really after here? What are we really looking for out of the context? Or is it really what is shown to us right in our face? Is it like whatever we try to do always comes back and bites us in the ass, or we're actually working towards a better thing that is actually working for us? Or is it just like nonsense, slight gibberish nonsense that just goes in unnecessarily tangents? But what is it? What are we really trying to do with ourselves? What's the goal? What do women actually want to achieve in life? That's one thing I want to figure out. Well, it's not just women in general. Like, we shouldn't generalize people. Men generalize women, women generalize men, but in different ways. Probably women are a little bit higher logic, men are a little bit lower logic, but it's not just about high or low vibrations, guys. The world doesn't work in high or low vibrations. We live in the middle. That's why the universe has no center, which makes it even more fun to deal with life, like, because you don't have to be judgmental. And I know in our minds we fake it till we make it, until later we realize that we were wrong and we had to adapt to previous belief patterns that we used to have. We always have to literally go back a little bit just to reconfigure. Some people advance too much, and sometimes we need to get back to like Windows XP, Windows 95 style. But and then sometimes we can literally go back to Windows 10. Sometimes you can be Naruto, the Doctor, Sasuke, um, Jin Kazama, anybody you really want to be, but it's not literal. Like, that's the thing about treating things literal. Like, it's just role playing until it becomes a little real. But the question is what are you gonna do? Are you gonna build a business, or try to find the girl of your dreams or the guy of your dreams, or work out till you get the best body, but then realize your body's breaking apart because the muscle's too much for you to handle? Not everything's about strength. Not everything's about wisdom. Not everything is about personality. It's not even complex or simple. It's just the language we use is just too primitive. We use straightness to see if we can effectively talk, but it's primitive. Like, if we were more advanced, maybe we'd have more girlfriends, more money, more success. So the goal here is to use language that isn't just so blunt or so horrible, because like, you just justify, oh, that person's a bad guy because he's just a bad guy. That's because that's my opinion. He's a bad guy. But how do you know? How do you know? What did he deal with in life? How do you know what he lived through? You don't know. You don't know anything that person dealt with. Even if the doctor had an enemy such as the Daleks, he still respects them. He's angry at them, but he has to show that hatred towards them sometimes to see if they can change. But even if they don't change, at least he's still trying to help them. And that's how a lot of women think about trying to change a man, because they like the adrenaline from the danger of trying to actually change a person, but it doesn't really always work. So